So hi, Microbe Hunter here. Eating moldy food with a little bit of fungus growing on it generally is not a good idea. For example, this blueberry there, I found that it has some white fuzzy stuff growing on top of it. Well, that is a mold. And I say it's generally not a good idea because of course there are certain types of food, certain cheeses for example, where the mold is part of the food. Well, then of course it's okay. I wanted to figure out now, is it really mold? So I put it under the stereo microscope and yes it is. So in this video I'm just going to show you how I prepared the specimen and how I observed the mold and the spores of the mold under the microscope. But actually what I really want to talk about in this video is why you should not eat moldy food in the first place. Well, and there are several reasons for this. And if you see here those little fuzzy hair, well, these are of course not hair, that's the mycelium, that is the actual mold. And what happens is that this mold grows into the food and the cells basically grow into the food and there they cause the food to become spoiled. And the mold also can release certain toxins, poisons, that kind of really make you ill when you eat the food. So often cutting away the moldy part sometimes or in many cases is simply not enough, because of course the mycelia has grown already into the food and chemicals have already been released. Well, here I placed some of the fuzzy stuff on a water drop on a microscope slide and then under the microscope, and here we can already see quite nicely the network of the mycelia. So that is the actual fungus, and when we zoom in more we can see that there are individual spores visible, and also the branching nature of the mycelium can also be seen quite well. Well, one of the things, as I mentioned, is the toxins that are formed, and another reason is because when you eat the food or maybe even inhale the spores, some people can actually get allergic reactions because of that, because those spores, they can also spread over the air. And so for a variety of reasons it's not a good idea to eat food that is spoiled. And of course if you find fungi on your food, chances are pretty good that there are also probably some bacteria growing on there which might also cause you to become sick. So what I generally do is if I find some food that has something weird growing on it, well, of course either I put it under the microscope or I simply take the whole food and throw it away. It's better to throw it away, and because when you keep it, it's just going to get more spoiled, and there is the danger that of course the spores will also be transferred to other fruit, to other foods, and they cause them also to become spoiled. Here we can see very nicely at this zoom level, at this magnification, we can see quite nicely that the mycelia is kind of branched. That is very typical of a fungus. Now, every now and then I do get a comment in this channel where people are asking me, well, how can you know what type of fungus it is? Are you able to identify it? And I have to admit, no, I cannot, and because there are so many different types of fungi around, and in many cases, microscopy alone is not enough. So what you have to do is you have to actually do some kind of biochemical test to determine what type of fungus it is, especially if you want to identify it all the way down to the species. Probably you have to do some kind of a DNA test because many fungi have not been characterized yet. So this here, for example, is in phase contrast, and this actually shows now that the spores are very nicely contrasted in relation to the background, and I'm focusing back and forth to actually show you that yeah, the spores, it can be quite small because as soon as the focus away, immediately it goes out of focus. So the spores are very tiny, extremely small, and can spread very easily over the air. Now, when you do a little bit of online research, you will find websites that say that in some cases it is indeed possible to cut away the fungus and to eat the rest of the food. For example, food that is not very moist. So for example, certain types of cheeses, for example, and I'm not talking about those cheeses where fungus is part of the food, like camembert cheese, it's growing on top of the cheese and that's part of the food. Now, I'm generally talking about those hard cheeses, and sometimes you can read that it's okay to cut away the fungus because the cheese is so hard that it's impossible for the mycelium to actually grow into the food. So it kind of, the fungus is a little bit contained, so to say. Well, while this might be maybe theoretically theoretically possible. I also do not recommend that because if there is some stuff growing on the food that I don't know, I simply don't want to take the risk. After all, I'm not going out and I'm not eating mushrooms, which are also fungi, of course. I'm not eating mushrooms that I don't know what they are, because you can get serious poisoning, and it's the same case also with unknown mold. And so for this reason, in summary, I can recommend that contain everything well, make sure that the moldy food does not get in contact with other types of food. Make sure that if something turns moldy, that you wipe your refrigerator or the place where you store the food very well, because otherwise the spores spread around and can cause a problem as well. And well, I don't take the risk, I simply throw the whole food away. But then again, sometimes you cannot see the actual fungus growing because it's so small, and in this case sometimes I also have to rely a little bit on appearance and maybe also on taste. So at this point, I would like to thank again my supporters, and would like to also invite you over to maybe subscribe to this channel if you like these type of videos. Leave your comments below. Happy microbe hunting as always. See you around next time. Bye bye.